Well, knowing you, Isabel, that's probably not all, but that's, I mean, the KK concert's the important thing. We got a thing from the label, we got a Taylor ticket. We can exchange the ticket at the Taylor shop. Yeah, I tried. I tried so try, and got so try. But in the end, I just tried. I tried so try to try it all. I kind of love doing that. I don't know if any of you guys have that same thing where you just like, you take that song and you just replace, you know, the words. And it just works, and it's always funny to me. I am very eaten. Oh, jeez. So today may not be the longest episode. I didn't get the most sleep last night, so, you know. The kind of fish I'm gonna meet today. Hope they're nice. Yeah, so too. And you're like the only one in town that can communicate with them too, so like, it works. But, yeah. I don't really know much what to ramble about today. I played some more Dark Souls. Lots of fun. I know something I can kind of ramble about. There's another new Pokemon coming to Pokemon Unite. I don't get it. How? How is this possible? It just occurred to me I didn't upload an extra video on Friday. Whoops. Honestly, that's probably for the best. I mean, I'm transitioning out of those anyway. Like, it's one of those things with how YouTube works. When I'm doing 3 things of content, the Animal Crossing series, the extra video series, and streaming, and one of those 3 things gets no views, which is mostly the extra videos, that negatively impacts the others. You know, this looks way easier on TV. Sure it does. I mean, it actually really does. Like, fishing looks so much easier on TV, mostly because they cut out all the waiting. If they showed you fishing just as fishing happens, it would be like 8 hours of literally nothing to them getting a single bite and then it probably getting away. And then coming back the next day and actually catching something. I always found that really amusing because I used to, in my youth, because one of the channels that was available for free, because basically, though you youngins ain't gonna remember this, but there used to be a day where there were some antennas on your TV and they could just pick up some TV channels regardless of if you were paying for it or not. These were the public access channels, but one of them around here had a fishing show. Come on in, Steven. My home's your home, Talnut. Let's talk. Just can't help myself when it comes to cute clothing like my dreamy sweater. I think it's very me. Is that true? Who is me, really? And how did we get here from talking about clothes? Yeah, I mean, I've been struggling with that question for over a year now, so it's fine. I don't think I'll ever have an answer, but, you know. But yeah, I used to, because there was nothing else to really do, I would tune the TV to that station and then watch some of this fishing show. And, like, they would set out, and they'd be going on this narration about, morning's so great for catching fish, and then there'd be, like, a smash cut of them at a very similar spot on the lake they were on, but it would clearly be a different day, because it's suddenly cloudy when it wasn't before. Like, and like not like a thin cloud cover that might have come over in like no, this was like deep cloud cover. This was like, there's a storm about to drop, you know, or one just ending. And it's like, ah, you didn't actually catch anything, did you? Kala! Oh, it's Butterbean. Glad to see you. Let's chat. Sometimes nighttime can feel lonely, so I'm glad I ran into you. Aw, but you live right next to Tutu. How can you be lonely right next to Tutu? But yeah, no new Pokemon coming to Unite. Mega Gyarados! Where the frick did this come from? I don't remember seeing that announced anywhere, but it's coming. Oh lordy, coming. Hey there, my fabulous bestie. Do you love hanging out at my place today? Twinkles. What's the latest? You know what I totally love? Music shows on TV. There's all kinds to watch. Everyone on Love, Star Sings, you guessed it, love ballads. Screech Along is so metal, and everyone has the best hair. Beep Boop Deep Doop has all the best dance music. Jump around my living room whenever it comes on. Fancy freestylings where the rap stars of tomorrow make their debut. I can't rap very well, but I always try. These shows I get to hear new music, and I get to even be more inspired to be a superstar. If I was asked to go on Fancy Freestyle, I would freak out. I mean it, total loss of control, because I have no clue how to rap. I spent my skill points on other stats. That's fair. That is entirely fair. So what living room? Your entire house is a living room. What TV do you watch things on? She clearly just has like a TV built into the bottom of her bed she just pulls out. It's like this frickin' tiny home shows where like they build things into every other thing. So it's like, so hey, your bed is also your fridge and your TV and your stove and your toilet. It's just all, you just fold your bed in many different ways and it becomes everything you could ever need. And it's like, why? Just, I understand that tiny home shows massively grew in popularity. I also understand that a lot of these people are working on an incredibly tight budget. But I can't help but feel spending a crap ton of money on specialty small furniture that converts into many different things. That money could have been spent on getting a slightly bigger tiny home and not needing to do that. I'm gonna grab the career jacket. It's kind of like the detective coat, but with fundamental differences. I don't like the dress pants. They don't come in good colors. I mean, the pink one's alright. Look at this. These. Why not? I'm fine with my shoes. Great look on you. Thanks for coming by. Ship of the head, your storage at home. Sabes! What's up, girl? Expecting an especially chilly winter. May lots of good warm stuff to choose from. I hope you find something you like. Yeah, we're actually gonna be getting potentially some snow here soon. I say potentially because like they're predicting it for Wednesday. That's pretty far out. I'm not actually expecting it to properly hit on Wednesday, but it might. Always a chance. Yawning. But yeah, I mean, it's neat that Unite is getting so many new Pokemon. It's just, I have no idea where they're all coming from. And I could swear, I'm gonna have to go back and check, but I could swear they said just even Vaporeon was coming in December. Though, it is coming 6 days. That's going to put it 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to put Mega Gyarados coming out on the literal same day Eros coins go away. So it will be the first new Mon in their new system. Good. Or the first new Mon released in their new system. Oh, I do not have many more days left to build up some arrows coins and decide if I actually want to spend any of them or not. Oh my gosh, I have such good taste. I'm basically a DIY trendsetter. Oh, hello, something in your mind, Steve? What you making? Well, making a fancy mum wreath. With the idea when I fell asleep watching Megalith. Yeah, a lot of you watch that show. You're building a thing. Yeah, I do already know how to make it. Yeah, sorry. Funnily enough, I think it was Pinky who taught me how to make it. No, it was Marna, wasn't it? I don't remember. It was one of them. Pinky, Marna, close enough. Not really. They're totally different personalities, which is nice. Alright, there's our money spot. I do feel bad if I've driven anyone crazy with the fact I've never grown a money tree. I don't need it. Like, I don't need the money tree. So, I'm good. You know? I don't need the money. I'm rich. Now, as I've made mention, I do have some plans on adjusting stuff and actually finishing out the island in December. I'm working the plans out in my head for now, and I'm going to start putting them into practice probably actually December 1st. I just don't know if it'll be you guys' December 1st or mine. Which would basically mean I might start on the 2nd. I don't know, but it'll really depend on just how much time I've got for stuff. Oh, we got lots of girls. Sky! Steven, how are you, queen? Wanna chat? Sometimes nighttime can feel lonely, so I'm glad I ran into you. And we got Norma. Steven, how are things, hoo-hoo? It's the latest. I wonder what my parents are up to. You should give them a call. You should. Hazel! Welcome to the island, girl. Sup, Yuna? Wow. Where are you headed? Here? I left my water bottle at my last place in a while. I feel like I used it much, but still. Yeah, it's got Serrano gunk on it now, and you'll never want it back. But it ain't the cool cat who puts the hap in my step. Steven, you ready for me to wail? Let's hear it, man. Cool. Any requests? I can dial up an old favorite, you can just tell me how you're feeling, and I'll groove on it. I'll leave it up to you, my man. Dealer's choice, huh? Cool. I got a silk one for you. Take a seat and we'll jam. I'm gonna sit next to Hazel. Is she sitting all lonely over here? Right on. Tune up and ready to roll. Little surfing KK. I don't remember this one. I do kind of wonder what it'll be. Probably very surfer type beat. That would be my guess, but you know.
Oh me, oh me, oh na me, oh me, quick me na quick me, oh. Now me na oh, quick me now me quick, oh me quick, oh quick. Oh me, oh na me, oh me, quick me na quick me, oh. Now me na oh, quick me now me quick, oh me quick, oh quick.
This is pretty nice.
Me now, me not, me, oh, quick, oh, quick, oh, quick, oh, quick, oh, quick. Me now, me not, now. Me, quick, me not, quick, me, oh.
Let's see how bad my rhythm is. Can you do anything else? I don't want to hit B because I feel like that would ruin things. Nah, you can just clap. I have no sense of rhythm, so that is my unobtainable talent. Like, and anyone that doesn't know what I'm referencing there, it's Star Ocean. Every character has an unobtainable talent. Every single one of them. There's at least one talent that cannot obtain. There's some characters where it might take them a really long time to obtain some talents, but they can still obtain most of them, but like, a general rule of thumb, at least for the first two Star Oceans, I don't know terribly about the later ones, I haven't really played them. For the first two Star Oceans, non-mages can never have Blessing of Mana. They can never have that talent because they're not blessed by mana. And in general, mages will always be missing one talent. There's always one thing they can't do, and it's usually love of animals. Usually, which is kind of weird. That was pretty nice. Enjoy me a good KK track. Right on, man. Give your pockets a glance. Give you a boot of the show. That was like unreal. Thanks for tuning you down my direction. No problem, man. I'll be back for the outro. Let's come pop this in the radio. Which means I do have to replace Bubblegum KK, but such a good track, man. Yeah, very surfer type beats, as you'd expect from surfing KK. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be nice if they keep up this pace of releasing new mons into Unite, as long as their new system is not completely terrible for obtaining new mons with. Like, if it's about the same as now, it's going to be a case of why remove the coins, other than to just remove them and be annoying. But, you know, if it's faster for obtaining mons, that would be even better, because that'll, you know, that'll add even more variety to, like, any future streams I might do on Unite. So, you know, that'll be nice. I do really need to actually get my hands on really any of the megas so I can just have a mega. Well, I mean, I suppose technically I have the physical Mega Mewtwo, which is as bad in Unite as it is in freaking the actual games. Because, like, they're like, between the two Mewtwo's, and I forget which Mega it is, but there's a special attacking one that's Frieza, and then there's the physical attacking one that's just bad. The main reason it's bad is just how Mewtwo's stats are to begin with. Mewtwo is very special attack focused. Mega Evolution only adds an extra 100 base stat total. So even if they had put all 100 points into physical attack, it still wouldn't be higher than even, like, I think 30 or 40 points being put into special attack from the special attacking one. And its physical attack is still nothing special. Like, it's not terrible, but it's nothing special. There are other physical attackers that do the same thing. And that's ignoring that there really isn't very many good physical psychic type attacks. Like, you got Zen Headbutt, and that's really about it. And there's tons of really good psychic special attacks, including one that hits physical defense in Psyshock. Because who thought that was a good idea? Somebody at Game Freak evidently did at some point, and that move has been a staple of competitive play since. Like, they would basically, to make Psyshock not a staple of competitive play, they would have to lower its power to 60 or 65. Or lower. Because, here's the thing. Because basically, the most favored... Another freaking dab. The most favored type is special attacking. As far as moves go, special attacks have it better. In basically every type. Even in fighting, special attacks kind of have it better with Focus Blast and Aura Sphere. Especially with the number of mons these days that can learn Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere itself is ridiculous. ridiculous. 80 power, never missing? That's ridiculous. But because of that, you run into a situation where nobody brings a physical wall with them. Because the chance of you running into a physical attacker is pretty slim. Now, during the brief amount of time in Smogon where, like, Zacian Crowned was allowed, yeah, you ran some physical walls. You needed to, or else you would get completely swept. But you know what your physically defensive wall was? It was Zacian Crowned. Like, you were just running the shield dog to counter the sword dog. Like, and it's defensive both ways. You'd still stat it for special defense. Because it's, once you've dealt with the Zacian, you're dealing with 5 special attackers. Or the Zacians. So now you need, you know, now you need special defense. And you need more of it. So, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, nobody runs physical walls. Which means running Pokemon with Psyshock on them gets around the defensive walls of your opponent's team. Because they aren't going to be built into physical defense, and Psyshock gets around that. Now, you would think that, oh, well, if they know, if people know Psyshock is probably going to get run, well, why wouldn't they just run physical walls? Because of the 5 other Mons, or 4 or 5 other Mons that are going to be pure special attacking. Like, you can't cover for more than one defensive type on a single battle, you know, team. Moving over this way. I hate spiders so freaking much. Why there gotta be spiders? Why there just gotta be spiders? Just period. Why they gotta exist? Why they gotta be angry? Like, just why they exist? And if any of y'all say spiders aren't angry, freaking, like, 3-4-year-old me would like a word, because, yeah, they freaking are. The spider that left me no spiders. That thing looked angry. It was also, like, the size of a freaking softball. It probably wasn't actually that big, that's just how my memory is making it, but it was still big. And from describing that spider to somebody who looked it up, they're like, wow, that would be like a really big one of that species. Like, I don't care if it was like a marvel. And it's like, oh, but it's such a, you know, it's not a dangerous species of spider. And it's like, I don't care. I just don't. Knowing it wasn't dangerous doesn't make the experience any less traumatic. The TLDR is I was out playing in our yard when I was really little, went into some bushes a little bit, got caught in a spider's web. When I went to pull away, the web came with me. It didn't break. I was kind of stuck to it. And I looked down in a panic as I couldn't get out of the web, and I just see this thing crawling up towards me. I freaking booked it. I probably broke the freaking speed of sound getting into the freaking house. Like, I was gone. This thing looked angry as frick. And I wanted nothing to do with it. And I don't deal with spiders. I don't. Spiders are freaking dangerous, and I want nothing to do with them, ever. I would be quite content to live in a home where there is never a single spider. I would be very content to have that. But yeah, where I am very EP, I think I'm going to call it here. I know it's a bit of a shorter episode, and very rambly with me not really having anything specific to talk about. I mean, I could have rambled about just Dark Souls again, but I've done that a lot these past few days, so I didn't want to just do that again. Just know I've still been having fun. Though there is one small rant I can do. The game tells you that to respawn at your last bonfire, all you need to do is touch it. It doesn't convey to you that lighting a bonfire does not count as touching a bonfire. You have to actually sit down at them. I may have lost some progress and a lot of souls to exactly that. So I've just gone somewhere else for now. It's not where I think I need to go, but it's where I don't want to be anymore is where I think I need to go, so, you know. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I do thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons, where I will probably actually be buying some turnips. See you all then.
Quack, 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 me, 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 quack, now.